guys. So I was tagged by Samantha Sherman to do the mommy scenario tag, and I've only watched one of the videos. I've watched hers actually, and I actually don't even remember if I got through the whole thing or not. This was like, maybe I did. I don't remember. This was like a week ago, I think. Whenever she uploaded it, I watched it, and I can't remember like what I had for breakfast this morning, okay? So let's go ahead and just jump into the questions. Question number 1. Your kid is refusing to eat dinner. Do you stand your ground and demand they eat what you made, or make something else? Well, that's funny. We've actually been having this issue lately with them doing that. So this is actually a really good question for us. Lately they have been really weird about eating and the stuff that we cook and things like that. It doesn't really matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If we make something, they do not want to eat it. And whether we know that they like it or not, they won't eat it. So, and sometimes, you know, we work with them, and most of the time we will definitely stand our ground, especially if we know that they do like what we cook. Like if we're having pizza or something and they're like, I don't want pizza, you know, or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We're the type of parents that we aren't just going to be like at the snap of a finger. We're not going to be like, okay, fine, I'll make you something else. We definitely make sure that they at least, if we're not sure if they've ever had it before, if we're not sure if they're going to like it or not, we will at least have them try 1 to 2 bites. And if they still don't like it, then that's fine. They can eat something else that's on their plate, because I don't just like make something that I know my kids don't like. I will at least make something, you know, whether it's like a side dish or something like that, that I know that they do like. So, yeah, I would say probably for the most part we will stand our ground and tell them that they need to eat what was cooked, because, you know, that also kind of teaches a lesson of you can't always get what you want when you want it. And I think that is a good lesson for kids to learn early on, because I think that it'll help prevent some, you know, possible issues in the future with different things. But that is just me. That's just our parenting and how we do dinner. Question number 2. Your kid has a meltdown at the store. Nothing is working to calm them. Do you leave and come back another time, or grit your teeth and finish shopping? Well, I have 3 kids, so my oldest just turned 5, our daughter just turned 3, and our youngest will be 7 months on October 30th. And so it is really difficult for me personally, because I have them all day, every day by myself. So it's really difficult to be able to go back and forth to the grocery store, and because I can't just do it whenever I want. And so if they start, thankfully we haven't really had like meltdowns, but if we do, we will stop what we're doing, and I will pull them to the side, and I will, you know, kneel down so I can get to their level, because it's really not good for you to tower over your kid and yell at them or anything like that. So I will get down to their level, and I will talk to them, and I will tell them, look, you will not be able to have allowed to have any dessert for dinner tonight, or you won't be able to have candy, or, you know, whatever. I really need you to behave and be good for mommy, so that we can hurry up and get our shopping done, and we can go home, or we can go to the park, or whatever. Sometimes I will, if we're not really grocery shopping, if I'm just kind of picking up, you know, the little essential things here and there, nothing like grocery-wise that needs to go in the freezer or refrigerator or anything like that. Sometimes we do bribe them with, like, you know, well, maybe we'll go to the park afterwards, or maybe we'll go on a walk after dinner tonight, or, you know, what have you. So Yeah, we just kind of grit our teeth and continue what we're doing because we don't really have a choice. Or I don't really have a choice. Question number 3. Your kid gets too many toys for their birthday. Do you make some returns or save them for a rainy day? If your kid gets multiple of like the same gift, I don't see the point in keeping the multiples. And like if it was me and I got somebody's kid like a present and they happened to get more than one of those, I would completely understand and be like, take mine back, exchange it for whatever they want. And so it really depends. Our kids, they have a lot of toys, and I mean a lot. There are some in their room, they're in the living room, they are everywhere. So, yeah, we don't really like put them in the closet for a rainy day. I mean, some things like more of our crafty stuff, we'll put it away, you know, and we'll bring it out when we want to do crafts. But it's not like out every day. But like regular toys, if they were to get multiple of it, we would keep one and then exchange. Question number 4. Your kid is protesting sleep. Do you give in at 3 a.m. and get them up and turn on a movie, or continue to rock them, nurse, etc. to try to get them back to sleep? It really just depends with all of the kids. Nathan and Paisley, when they were really little, I never had too much of an issue with that. They were really, really good about bedtimes and things like that. They did both at one point about probably around like 1.5. In the middle of the night, they would get out of their bed and come into the bed with us, and I would continuously bring them back into their room and put them back in their bed, and I would go back to sleep in my bed. And we continued to do this, and it didn't last very long because of doing that, taking them back into their room and, you know, into their own room, not, you know, necessarily talking to them or saying anything to them, and just going back to your bed and going to sleep. It really helps for them to be like, okay, this is my bed, this is where I'm supposed to be at night, I need to stay asleep. And so it helps their body kind of be able to sleep through the night really well. Nathan and Paisley both did that. Paisley is starting again to kind of have wake up in the middle of the night, especially if she's not feeling well. That's when she really does it, and she'll come and get in the bed with us. But she doesn't do it a whole lot. She has the past few nights because she is sick, and so is Nathan. But and if you can, I'm sorry, I'm kind of nasally today. I have been sneezing like crazy. But Connor, on the other hand, he is almost 7 months, and he sleeps better during the day than he does at night. He takes really good naps during the day, but he has a really hard time sleeping at night. He goes to bed about 7:30, 8:30. It really just depends on the day. And he will usually wake up around 11 or 11:30-ish, sometimes 12, and he'll be up, he'll nurse, and he'll go back to sleep. And he'll only sleep for a few hours, and then he gets in the bed with us, and I night nurse. So, and he's in a co-sleeper, but I think that's a really big issue too, is that he's still in our room. And because with Nathan, he was never ever in our bedroom. He always slept in his crib, but we also had our own house, and we were living in a different state and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so Connor, he just nurses throughout the night. So, yeah. Question number 5. You have an appointment and no babysitter. Do you bring them with you or reschedule? I will bring my kids with me. My kids have been to my OB with me through pregnancies. Nathan has been through 2 pregnancies with us so far, and they are actually usually really, really good in doctor's offices. Especially, I mean, if I know that it's going to be a really long visit, like the glucose test visit, I will go by myself. My husband won't come. He'll stay home with the kids, and I'll go by myself and do that. But other appointments, they'll usually just come with us. Question number 6. You have 20 minutes until unexpected company arrives. Do you rush to clean up your messy house, or just figure, hey, it's okay, I've got kids? Well, toy-wise, yeah, we'll usually just kind of leave the stuff out there, because if we put it up, we're going to turn around and look back again, and they're all going to be all over the floor anyways. But, like, if there's trash or, like, bowls or plates or cups or anything like that that is out, we will clean that up. We'll usually maybe pick the toys up and put them, like, up on the couch or something, or if we do pick up the toys, we'll pick up most of them and tell the kids that they can keep 1 or 2 toys out that they want to play with, and we'll vacuum. But we don't get, like, too crazy. It just really depends on how messy the house really is. So, yeah, toy-wise, we really just kind of let it go, because we've got 3 kids, and I'm, majority of the time, oh, sorry, my nose itches, guys. Majority of the time, I'm home by myself all day long. And those of you who have been watching me for a while, we do live with my husband's mother. We live with my mother-in-law. Oh my gosh, my nose is like crazy itching right now. Somebody's talking about me or something. Isn't that what that means? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, we're still living with my mother-in-law until my husband graduates in December and gets a job. So hopefully we will be moving soon. I'm super excited. We're still not sure yet. We were putting his resume and stuff out, so. But, yeah, so it's really hard for me to make sure that the cleanest house, wow, okay, yeah, I'm a ding-dong, that the house is clean, like, spotless throughout the week. So we just kind of, we'll like spruce it up a bit if we know people are coming over and we only have a few minutes or whatever. We'll just kind of like gather stuff up. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Question number 7. You're running late and only have time to do your hair or makeup. Which do you do? Makeup. Because my hair is a hot mess anyways, and I feel like it never looks good because it's so like flat to my head majority of the time, because it's gotten so thin throughout like all of my pregnancies. It's just ridiculous. And through all of the dyeing I've put it, or the coloring, and through all of the coloring that I've put it through, it is just like, so if you guys can tell, I'm letting my hair grow out. No, I am not going to color this part of it because I don't want to have any more color period on my hair at all. So I'm just going to, my mother-in-law and I just keep it trimmed, and it really doesn't have that much more to grow. The last time I colored it, was August of 2013, so that was over a year ago, and my hair has grown that much in a year. Can you see that, guys? That much in a year. That is a lot of growth in a year. Well, maybe not a lot, but it's a lot for me because my hair grows super, super slow. One more question. Okay, question number 8. You're at the park and another child pushes yours. Do you intervene and correct them, or go find the child's parent? I'm not really one of those to go and look for a parent. That's just too much. I will go over and, tell them, hey, that's really not nice. Can we play nicely together? Why don't you guys, introduce yourselves? This is, Nathan or Paisley, whoever it happens to be. What's your name? And kind of like, so they can kind of introduce each other, and get to kind of know each other. So, but yeah, I don't have time to go walk around the park and look for somebody's parents. So, yeah. And usually the good thing about our parks, well, some of our parks, I will say that not all parents are actually there with their kids, but I have noticed more lately that the parent is actually more aware and more alert of what their kid is doing, which is really nice, and I appreciate that as a parent myself. I appreciate that so much, because, you know, if my kid was to push or hit somebody else's kid on the playground and I wasn't paying attention, and I would be upset, because I'd be like, oh my gosh, that was my kid who did that. I should be going over there and correcting my child. But at the same time, if I happen to miss something, I would appreciate it if somebody else was nice about it and said, hey, why don't we play nicely together? Let's not hit each other, and, you know, why don't you guys, you know, build a sandcastle or swing together or whatever. You know. That is it for the mommy scenario tag. That was actually a really cool tag. I like those scenarios. Very interesting. I would love to hear from you mommies. What would you do in this situation? If you want to number all of the questions and then put your answers next to them and leave it down in the comments below, I would love to hear them. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I have actually really enjoyed doing these mommy tag kind of videos for you guys so much. So, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed them as well. That is it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.